I pledge my faithfulness to the Niners and their Hall of Famers, for which they stand, one nation, under an empire, invincible, with 5 rings and domination over all.
I know the empire's on fire. I heard slow feet, don't eat, so I compete. Niner gang, turned up, we hard to beat. Give me the rock, keep watching the score sheet. Niner empire, we on fire, we bring the heat. Run it up, we run it up. Let's go. Run it up, let's run it up. Come on, we run it up. Run it up, run it up. Run it up.
What's up, Niner Empire? Welcome, everyone. Niner Empire Podcast Live, Episode 8. I'm your host, DJ Juice, the official DJ of Niner Empire, the VP of the Niner Empire Richmond, California chapter, founder and owner of NWA, Locked In Radio DJs.
What's up, Niner Empire? I'm Jamil Williams, representing the 619ers out of San Diego, California.
Hey, Niner Empire. This is Naomi out of El Paso, Texas. I'm part of Empire Theas 915, and I do the social media for Niner Empire.
Niner Empire, what's going on? It's your boy Hype Man 49, official Locked In Radio DJ, official Hype Man in Niner Empire, president of the PA Faithfuls. Shout out to the Hit Squad.
Happy Tuesday, y'all. Is it a happy Tuesday? Hell yeah, because we beat them Falcons. Couldn't come off a better week. That was cool. I'm Joe Leonard, founder of Niner Empire, but before we go any further, I just want to give our condolences out to Mauricio out of our Reno Niner Empire. Unfortunately, he passed away about a week ago. We want to pray for his family. And I also want to give prayers to Colorado Charles. Luckily, we almost lost the last couple of days and everything, but Charles fights till his last breath, and he sent a message and he said pretty much the only thing he wants is prayers from the Niner Empire because he loves this Niner Empire and he made it through. So we love you, Charles. We love Ann. We love the whole family. We're glad you're with us. RIP to Mauricio's family. Unfortunately, it's life and we just got to support the family. So appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Niner Empire Podcast is proudly sponsored by Gold Bar Whiskey, Shotsticks.com, and NinersWithAttitude.com. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of the Niner Empire Podcast, please email all inquiries to info@NinerEmpire.com.
What's up, Niner Empire? This is how you can get your hands on the brand new viral Gold Jacket koozies. They come included on the brand new Joe Montana Retro Edition Bourbon from Gold Bar Whiskey, celebrating the 1985 Super Bowl win. Simply go to goldbarwhiskey.com, click the Joe Montana collection, and the first product you see will be Retro Edition with a can koozie. You can take a look here, see some awesome pictures of the product, and simply scroll down, press Add to Cart, and put in your shipping address. The can koozies come with 5 different designs, as you can see here, so you can collect all 5. They're perfect to put on the new Double Gold canned cocktail made in collaboration with Joe Montana, which is a whiskey mule with orange juice and lime juice. It's a delicious cocktail and also available on our site here for both shipping within California and the rest of the United States. You can also find some of our old Joe Montana product collections now available for shipping, like Blend 273, 117, Throwback, the Catch Edition, and some of our gift sets like our Season Kickoff collection and our Single Barrel Select gift set. Thanks and cheers.
Fellas, what's going on? How y'all doing this evening?
Man, can't complain. We got that W, man. So we
got that W, man. Week 7 is in the books. And from the looks of things, that tailgate was awesome. So, like always, I got a few questions for y'all. And y'all just answer the best that y'all got. So, question number 1. How was the vibe of the whole tailgate?
Best one yet. Best one yet. I don't know if it was like the perfect storm. Sunday night. We don't have to get up super early, so people came out already decently rested. The tailgate was on point. the Niners are winning. It just everything just lined up. It was just perfect, and it was the best one yet.
I was talking to Brian earlier. I said it's Tuesday and I'm still dragging ass. I haven't even unloaded my truck yet from Sunday's tailgate. So I shouldn't say that out loud because I'll go out there tomorrow morning and everything will be gone. But it was nuts from the second we parked until the end.
Yeah, for real. It was nuts and just waiting in line. The vibe was crazy. We had Super Bowl champion William Floyd signing autographs, taking pictures. Mm-hmm. We did the first ever double gold, cocktail chug on the beer chug thing, even though it's not a beer. We did that. We did a shot of an actual Gold Bar whiskey also. So we got the regular 2 shot sticks in. We had a Gold Bar shot stick, and then we had the double gold chug. So that was 4 of them that we did.
Okay.
And on top of that, we had some out of town chapters come in, people from all over the world, and on top of our regular chapters that come, and we always have out of town chapters come every game. And the one I could think of off the top of my head, we had one of the newest chapters, North Little Rock, Kenley and them were there. Shout out to them, and Joe could tell you more about that.
All right, so definitely, Joe. So speaking of some of the out of town guests that we had, the chapters. Do you know like what chapters was there? Because I'll be interested to know some of those chapters.
It was crazy because as I'm running around, all of a sudden you see a flag. We had the Ireland folks there. We had London, Lawrence there.
Lawrence brought his Atlanta Falcons friend with him. But, Lawrence, just great people. The Ireland people were good. We had the Philippines there.
Okay.
We had Germany show up. And then we had Mexico show up too as well. Amongst many of, like Juice was saying, it was just people just started coming out of the woodworks. I'm like, oh shit, where'd you come from? Off
the top of my head, I know the family 209 was there. I know Hawaii was there. 559ers, of course, Hayward, Richmond. Who else was there? Who else?
The Empire Tejas.
Empire Tejas, of course. Yeah, of course. Empire Tejas. San Mateo chapter was there. Who else? I don't want to forget anybody, but it was a lot of people repping a lot.
Right.
Southern Oregon was there. Iowa. Who else? There was a few.
I got a D- in geography, so I couldn't give up too many states.
I'm just trying to remember. It was crazy. We don't have the early access to the lot anymore like we did in Blue Lot. We don't get in an hour early.
Mm-hmm.
So even now with one less hour, it seems just as long, if not longer. This tailgate to me seemed long, not in a bad way. It just seemed it was good. Nothing to complain about, and we got the win.
I'll tell you, man, like watching the videos and the pictures from over the weekend, it was crazy to see how big that tailgate has grown in the past couple weeks. Mm-hmm. And all of the people from all around the world, the different chapters, it shows that Niner Empire's reach is global, So it's a great thing to have all of those people come and have the opportunity to tailgate, with Niner Empire. So salute to you guys for continue doing that. Also, Juice, I give you props for showing the footage of how to get to the tailgate. That was brilliant. Good job on that, man.
I meant to do that a couple weeks ago. I actually took a video, but I was so busy I forgot to post it. So this time I'm like, I'm not gonna forget. Make the 3 lefts. That's what I tell everybody. A lot of people were saying, "Hey, that was perfect because you come in the lot, 3 lefts, boom, we're there."
I got to tell the story real quick. So right before we set up for the tailgate, I saw one of the Richmond folks, and I said, "Hey, did you go to the restroom for me?" He goes, "No." So I said, "Okay, I'll go for myself then." And usually at every damn tailgate, we run into each other. We just play around. I did not see him the whole tailgate until at the end of the tailgate, I was sitting on my tailgate of my truck, and he goes, "Oh, hey, Joe. Last time I seen you were going to the bathroom."
Before the lot open.
Oh, man, that's crazy, man. So another question for you, Juice. You briefly talked about the double gold and the gold bar shot. So, first time having the double gold 49 stick on the shot stick. How did that go? What was the experience with that? I know you're always on the mic and you get everybody 1, 2, 3 lift, 1, 2, 3 chuck. What was the experience doing that with the gold bar double gold for the first time?
Well, on this one, I actually got to view it from the other end because my brother DJ Mo One. Shout out to my brother.
Shout out Mo.
We go back and forth. Like one will be on the mic, one will DJ, and then we switch.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time we got to the double gold shot stick, I was DJing. He was on the mic, so he actually did it. So me just trying to get footage for the podcast, I left the next song ready to go, and I came up behind everybody, and I was recording while Mo was doing the countdown. So what the first thing I noticed was, one, people don't listen, right? They picked it up too high. That's one. But you think about it, right? Anybody that drinks beer can chug a beer, right?
Right.
But if you drink alcohol, normally when you drink alcohol, you don't chug the whole thing. You kind of sip it. You might take a little big gulp. But now you got this can. It's a concoction. It's not a beer. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much liquor in there.
Right.
So now you're trying to down a beer-sized cocktail. So think about that. Like, what does alcohol do to your throat? It burns. So people are chugging, and halfway through, people let go. There you go. I can't take it. Not because it's not good. It's just because that people are not used to chugging liquor.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, man. I heard a lot of great things about that double gold. People were saying it was 2 thumbs up. Yep. I love it. So I can't wait for more faithfuls to be able to try that. Joe, did you battle any opposing fans this weekend?
No, I couldn't. I didn't. Number one, there was enough time. Number two, I almost learned my lesson when I almost fell off the cooler. But with that being said, we did have a large amount of Atlanta Falcon fans that came to the tailgate, and they felt, nothing but compliments. They said everywhere they went, they felt like they were at home. You had people from different canopies in our tailgate. Hey, you guys good? You want something to drink? You want some food? So, it's always just positive vibes, and that's the one thing that we try to preach at our tailgate is just take care of each other. And I always get on the mic before every tailgate, before I have like 20 drinks, and I'm like, you guys, football brought us together, Niner Empire made us family, but let's take care of our guests.
Absolutely.
And give them a safe place. It's all about talking shit and having fun, but at the same time, make sure they're fed and they're drinking, and we all got to wake up and go to work the next morning, regardless of who wins or loses.
Right.
So,
and real quick, I just want to say, speaking of the food, man, shout out to Los Bayuncos. They catered all our tailgates this past tailgate. The food is always good. I don't know if I was just hungry, but the food they had this weekend was like top tier, one of the best I've had. They had
Hawaiian
some type of chicken. I forgot what they call it.
It was Hawaiian chicken bowls, teriyaki.
Huli. It's like a teriyaki chicken with white rice and macaroni salad. That thing was, man, I had seconds. It was so good. It was so good. I don't know if I was just hungry, but they always make good food. They always take care of us every tailgate. So that's our caterer right there. So shout out to Los Bayuncos.
And I also want to give a shout out to, and without this tailgate, we have a core group of tailgaters. Patrick, Marcy, who do not leave us until we pack everything up. Charlene, who's always giving out wristbands, take care. We call Mama Charlene because she takes care. She, keeps us all in line. Obviously, Mo, One, and Juice. We have our Hayward chapter, our Richmond chapter.
Yep.
And it's just people,
Lydia, Dave, Sis, like that.
And we all get together in the morning. We sit down, and throughout the week we're talking. We have our own texts, and without them, this wouldn't be a Niner Empire tailgate. And they don't leave until all of us are going in. So
yep.
I love those folks and couldn't do it without them.
Just to give y'all context to the game this week, the game was at 5:20 West Coast time, right? We were there at 9:00 a.m.
Yeah. Shout out to all of the behind the scenes people who don't get the credit. Sometimes, we take those things for granted at these tailgates, and, it's a lot of people, a lot of moving parts, moving hands that's making this thing happen and that go, very smoothly. So shout out to all of you. Last question. Anything you want the faithful to know for the next home game tailgate?
Well, I got 2 weeks rest, so you'll definitely be seeing a lot more flyers and all that coming up against the Rams.
Yeah,
but
right now go ahead.
I know our folks in Houston, we're gonna have them on, and they have everything planned. We got so many different parties, and our Houston folks are all working really hard to bring folks together, and we got 50 million, obviously, and I'm sure they'll say it, but the prices haven't gone down much because the Niners are gonna invade that stadium.
Absolutely.
So, them, and they're not doing too well neither after last night's debacle. So, I give all my love to all of our Houston folks that are putting something together. So thank you.
Got you. So before we go, definitely want to say thank you guys. And also all the faithfuls going to H-Town this weekend. If you're at the tailgate, look for the hype cam. I'll be there doing some 1st and 10 questions. I'll be there catching footage. You know, we might have some special things going on at the tailgate, so make sure you have your Flyers gear ready. Thank you, fellas. Let's move to the next segment.
When I tell that trick, please raise up on these and you titties, cause you get none of these. As I'm on with the dog pound, feel the breeze. Say you know I'm just rolling down the street, smoking laid back. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking laid back.
We are ready, baby. This is how we do it. My name is DJ Mo1. That's my brother DJ Juice. We are your official Niner Empire DJs, man. And this shot right here is brought to you by Gold Bar Whiskey. Gold Bar Whiskey, baby. All right, Joe, I think we're ready. All right, everybody place your hands on the stick. Do not lift, do not lift, do not lift. If you are not taking a shot, record this shit. We go viral every single week. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, lift it. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, drink. And that's how it's done, baby. The world famous 49 shot stick on the count of 3. Yell, go Niners. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3.
Reppin' 213, still the beat bang, still doing my thing. Since I left, ain't too much change. Still, I'm representing for the gangsters on the coast of Black. Still, hitting the corners in the love.
What's up, Niner Empire Podcast? DJ Juice, your host. I'm right here live after the game. The Niners just beat the Falcons. I'm here with the president and members of the newest chapter of the Niner Empire, North Little Rock, right here with the president, Kenley. What you think about that game, Kenley?
Oh, man, we did our thing. You know, I hope we brought us some good luck out here from Arkansas. You know, I got my family with me.
Introduce them for us.
We got right here on my right, we got Booski. We got Swamp G right here.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the promoter. Also, we got my treasurer with me. We got a VP running around somewhere.
So let me ask you, this was your first home game, correct?
Yeah. Correct.
What did you think of the tailgate?
Man, I loved it, man. Good hospitality, man. Good shouts out. Lot of love. Faithful to the Bay, that's real. Faithful to the Bay.
So
real,
tell
man.
somebody out there, if they want to join and become a chapter, what is your first initial reaction being part of Niner Empire and coming out here and experiencing everything that you did today?
First, man, you gotta thank God and ask, man, you know what I'm saying, to guide you to the right people, man, because He's gonna do that. If you got your mind on building your foundation, man, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man. With number love, you get good members like I got good members, and y'all to build a whole foundation. It'll go down.
So there you go, Niner Empire Podcast, DJ Juice. I'm here with the newest chapter, North Little Rock. Their first home game, their first tailgate, man. That's how we do it, Niner Empire.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hello, everyone. So I know everybody is asking all kinds of questions. What's going on in Houston? We have a lot of stuff going on. We have several chapters out there, and they're all working hard to get the weekend going. Houston is a lot of fun. There's a lot of things to do out there. So up first, we have Ron, one of our new chapters. They're called Straight Business, and I will let Ron let you know about Friday night.
What's going on, faithfuls? This is Ron, president of H-Town Straight Business. First of all, I want to give thank you, Naomi, and I want to thank Joe, Juice, and the entire Niner Empire for taking us in. It's well overdue. But I just want to jump right into it. What we got going on, we got, our other chapters here in Houston, but we're going to start off Friday night. We're going to have our kickoff, 49ers versus Texan party at Spot Edo in our very own Houston 3rd Ward. Hey, we're looking to have people from all over the country coming in. I had conversations from people from upstate, down to south in LA. Everybody's excited to come in. Phone's been ringing off the chain all week. So we're looking to have a good time. Straight Business also having a tailgate party in the blue lot as well as our other chapters. They have them as well. So you can come by, get you something to eat, get a drink, and we also, first of all, we got to get this dub. So, Naomi, I just want to tell you, I want to give a shout out to our Vice President, DeJuan Lilly, that does pretty much mostly everything for our chapter, and a huge shout out to H-Town Straight Business. If you look down in the chat, it's a lot of them chiming in. I think our whole chapter's on checking us out tonight. So I really appreciate everything that you guys done for us. We ready to rock and roll, ready to bring you guys to Houston and we want to show everybody what we got. So I'm looking forward to seeing y'all this weekend.
Man, I can't wait. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be there, so I'm gonna miss your debut there. Like, it's a bummer.
It's all right. It won't be the last.
It's not. I know that. That's why we're in this for life, so it won't be the last one for sure. For sure. Well, I can't wait to hear about it, and I can't wait to see all the pictures and reshare all the posts. So, thank you, Ron. Very nice to have you with us. So next we have Katina. She's from RNOH.
Hey, y'all. Hey, it's the 49er Diva. How you doing?
Hey, Katina. Nice to have you on here. Finally, we get to be on here, and we get to hear you. Let us know about your weekend.
Okay, so we have an event Saturday night, which will be a Hit Squad and RNOH party, which will be at the Motor Club, and that is from 8:30 p.m. to 12 a.m. on Saturday. Okay, then we have Sunday, we have the tailgate, which is hosted by Hit Squad. That tailgate will be in the blue lot. They will have their Hit Squad flags. They will also have Niner Empire flags, and they will have flags honoring 2 members that we lost, that Hit Squad lost, and the Niner Empire lost, which will be Cello and Jay. Okay, so that will be for Sunday. Then after the game, we have the after party, which will be immediately following the game at Swagger, and that's about 4 p.m. And that's all that we have for Houston Niner Empire.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear about it. That Saturday, that Wine Gold party is going to be off the chain. I went to the first one. Were you there on the first one?
Yeah, that was 8 years ago. Yeah, it was wild.
Remember we had Amber there? She was with us at that time.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot going on. So
yeah. And so the Saturday event, that's just pretty much all Niners, right? Because that's hosted by the 49ers, Zenny.
That one is Saturday. Oh, I forgot that one is at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and that will be at the Social Beer Garden. Yeah, that one is hosted by Zenny.
Yeah, so I'm sure everybody will be there at that time during the day. I can't wait to hear about your event and share all the posts of your party. So if anybody goes to any of these events, hashtag Niner Empire, tag Niner Empire, and we'll share your content on Niner Empire. Thank you, Katina, so much for letting us know about your weekend.
Bye.
Next, we have Ruben from Houston Niner Empire. Ruben, how's it going, Ruben? He's somewhere on there. I know he knows how to use the camera because I share his posts all the time of him going live. So we have several events going on. You can't really, it's just your preference of where you want to go. I mean, we have a lot of people together. It's kind of like Phoenix. So when you go to the tailgate, you're going to see a lot of people there and you'll be able to stop and mingle with everybody. Hey, Ruben. All right. Well, I'm sure he'll get on. So in the meanwhile, I can just explain. And maybe a lot of you have questions as to like why so many events, but there's so many things to do. There's so many just look up the events, see what you want to do. They're all Niner Empire chapters, and no matter where you go, you're gonna have a good time. I wasn't ready for what they're having, but they're hosting the meet and greet. Can't see the writing here. All right, we're gonna probably let Ruben let you know a little bit more about it. Oh, there he is, Ruben. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Woo, got it. All right, Ruben. Vámonos. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Naomi, Joe.
Ruben, that happened to me right before, like 5 minutes before. Like I was like scrambling, nothing was connecting, so we're good. You're here now. Let us know what's going on, guy.
Okay, so my name is Ruben De Leon from the Houston Niner Empire. My wife is the vice president of the Houston Niner Empire. So I'll start off with Friday. So Friday, we're going to be meeting at Unicorn Disco. So a lot of people are going to be dressing up as Disco, and best dress will win an award. You'll win a prize for that. And believe me, some of these outfits, some of these people are showing me, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a fun night.
We bring it.
If you're in line before 10 p.m., you wear your Niner gear, and then you get a free raffle ticket. So then you have a chance to win a raffle as you're there. So we'll have prizes, and also we're going to have it's going to be a little bit of Houston culture that I can't say just yet. It'll be a surprise for everyone. So when the people are there, believe me, they're gonna love what they see on that Friday evening at Unicorn Disco, and you need to be there early because it's going to be like super crowded, really, really packed. And that's pretty much our Friday, and it's just right down the street as well from Social Beer Garden. It's like less than a mile, which takes us into Saturday. Saturday, it's the Zinni, 11 to 2. And after again, we were chosen from, the Niner organization, Social Beer Garden, to host the Zinni. So we definitely were happy and proud that we got that. After the Zinni, from 2 to 9, we have a pep rally, and Frank Gore will be the special guest there.
Ooh, mm-hmm.
So, but what could hinder it some? We're going to take a look at it because there's rain in the forecast possibility. So we'll see how that goes. And then Sunday, where we're totally just getting blown up, the phones, emails, all social media, is the rooftop tailgate party. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on with this thing. So we're gonna have Travis King performing. We're gonna have Ray Pena, Eye of the Niner, up there. We're gonna have mascots. We're gonna have a double-sided. It's gonna be LED wall. So we'll get to watch the game up there because there's a lot of people. I have a lot of friends coming in from San Francisco that say, "Hey, I'm not going in this game because the tickets are expensive." Right. So we're just going to watch the game with you guys at that rooftop tailgate party. So we're bringing in a double-sided LED wall for that day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a massive, massive party. We have 4 ex-49er players that are going to be up there taking pictures and doing autographs. We're going to have 1 ex-Golden State Warrior that's going to be doing autographs, taking pictures as well with the crowd. We'll have a few vendors. We'll have Steven Navarro, also. A lot of kids were asking about his book, so he's going to be there signing his book and selling his book there. For our menu, a lot of people are asking about the menu lately. So on the menu, we will have barbecue chicken, sausage, hamburgers, hot dogs, wings, nachos, green beans, baked beans, potato salad. So it's going to be like, hey, feast your eyes and get ready to eat. So that's our and then we have the after party after that will take place at Social Beer Garden after the game. So it's going to be a loaded weekend.
It sounds like it. It sounds like there's a lot of stuff going on, and sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah!
I can't wait to see all the videos. And I was telling your people, and even if you're out there, tell people tag Niner Empire, and we'll share it. We'll share the content too.
No, for sure. And I want to thank everyone in my committee, especially Kelly, the work that she puts in every week as a treasurer. My wife, the work that she puts in nonstop. She's constantly answering, messages on. So it's not always me that's answering the messages. It's my wife, and then also graphic designer Omar. So that is the board, and the board stays extremely busy. And actually, throughout the year, I kind of keep them busy, But we just try to stay on top of it. We want also everyone that comes to Houston to have a grand experience. We want them to have a good time and remember, the moment they had here in Houston. So.
They will. I remember my last time in Houston. I wish I was going, but unfortunately I can't make it this time. But I know it's going to be a blast. I know everyone's going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be hearing about this one for a little bit.
All right.
Thank you so much, Ruben.
Thank you very much.
Back to your planning and getting your awesome weekend together. Next, we have, I think, Juice with our special guest. Oh, no, we have Jamil. Sorry. All right. Thank you, Ruben.
Thank you, Naomi.
Niner Empire, what's up? I got a real special guest for y'all. Before he gets on camera here, I want to tell you about him. He's a 49er great. He's a fan favorite. Born and raised out here in Gilroy, California, which is about an hour south of Levi Stadium. He went to the school that I went to, San Jose State University. We're waiting to get some video on here, so we're going to wait on, as obviously you can see, the great Jeff Garcia. There he is. Jeff, turn your mic on, Jeff. There you go.
I got you.
There you go. Let me start it over. I said we have a 49er great and fan favorite, born and raised in Gilroy, California. For those that don't know, Gilroy is about an hour south of Levi Stadium. You played for San Jose State. I went there for a year. Go Spartans.
The Spartans, blue gold.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, for those that don't know, that aren't familiar, is you went to the CFL after college, and you were a 4-time CFL All-Star in the Western Division. You won the Jeff Nicklin Memorial Trophy that's awarded to the Canadian Football League's Western Division's Most Outstanding Player. And you won the Grey Cup in 1998, and you were the MVP for the Grey Cup. And for those that aren't familiar with CFL, the Grey Cup is the equivalent of the Super Bowl in the Canadian Football League. And then he was inducted into the Stampeders Hall of Fame in September 2012. After that, he came to the 49ers. He played for the Niners 99 to 2003. Took us to the playoffs in 01 and 02. 4-time Pro Bowl quarterback with us. And then he's tied, if you don't know, tied for the longest pass in NFL history of 99 yards. And welcome to the show, Jeff Garcia.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you, Niner faithful, Niner Empire. Hey, it's always a pleasure to be talking to you guys and to be around you all and reconnect with the fan base of the Niners.
Yes, sir. So I got a couple of questions for you. So a couple of things that I think that faithful may find interesting. And my first question is, with you being from Gilroy, California, I'm guessing you grew up being a 49er fan. What player overall did you look up to, or was there a player that you modeled your playing style after?
Well, really, to be honest with you, I grew up just a fan of Bay Area sports. I was fortunate enough to grow up in the 70s and 80s when the Raiders were having great seasons with Ken Stabler, then Jim Plunkett, Mark Van Egan, Cliff Branch, Casper, Lester Hayes, all the great Raiders of the 70s and 80s. I mean, that was a dynasty to be able to watch. And hey, when they're winning championships, I mean, why wouldn't you like them? And then fortunately for me, watching the 49ers of the 80s and 90s, and there was a player that played for the 49ers that played for my dad at Gavilan Junior College. Wow. His name was Carl Monroe. He was out of Overfelt High School in San Jose.
Yes.
And he used to be our yard duty while I was in elementary school at lunchtime. And so we would always be playing football out on the field, and we'd grab a hold of his belt. He was a running back in college, and we'd grab his belt and he'd start running. We'd try our best to hang on as our legs were about to, go out from under us because we just couldn't keep up. But that being said, he was one of my probably early idols, just looking up to players that played for my dad at the junior college level. They were 18, 19, 20-year-old young men. But for me as a young footballer, just getting into Pop Warner, learning the game, I looked up to those guys. And then when he went on to the University of Utah and he had a standout collegiate career there, and then got, signed by the 49ers, coming back home, playing for the local team and being able to watch. Here's one of my former yard duties, my dad's former player, now playing for the San Francisco 49ers, the hometown team. And then he catches a touchdown in the Super Bowl from Joe Montana. But, for me, being a quarterback at a young age, being able to watch Joe Montana, to be able to see his career and how he blossomed, how he led the team to title after title after title. He did it so effortlessly in a lot of ways, really ran that Bill Walsh offense to perfection. He was my idol, man. I wanted to emulate being like Joe Montana, and he's always been my favorite player of all time in the NFL. And I was fortunate enough to be able to, start to watch him have all that success from the early 80s into the mid 90s.
That's good. I didn't know that. Carl Monroe, man, he won the Super Bowl with the Niners, Super Bowl 19. I remember him, running back. I remember
That's
32.
right. Yep.
Yeah. So something I'm curious about is you went undrafted, and how did you come up with the decision, instead of trying your luck as an undrafted free agent in the NFL, you decided to go to the Canadian Football League? How did you come up with that decision?
Yeah, it really wasn't a decision that I came up with. I really didn't have an option, to be honest with you. Coming out of college, as much as I was a record breaker at San Jose State, I set all their all-time quarterback yardage records for the 2.5 years that I started there. I was in the East-West Shrine All-Star game, which was played at Stanford Stadium. I was the MVP of the game. But the NFL still didn't look at me as a guy who translated into what they were looking for at the NFL at the quarterback position at that time. Now, fast forward 20 plus years, and I probably am more the mold of what a quarterback is in the NFL than what I was back then. Everybody was looking for that next Troy Aikman, that 6'4", 225-pound pocket quarterback. I wasn't that guy. I even played in the All-Star game with a couple guys who did get NFL opportunities. And I know for a fact I was better than those guys. And those guys didn't last in the NFL. But for me, the opportunity was to go to Canada. I still wanted to play football. It was going to give me the opportunity to do that. And I just so happened to be basically how it works in the Canadian Football League. They don't draft American players. They have a draft, but that's for Canadian-born athletes who play, whether they play in the American colleges or the Canadian colleges. Those are the guys that they draft. Now, for the American athletes, they go on a negotiation list. And the Calgary Stampeders had my rights. They had my rights. There were two former players that had played at San Jose State that had also played for my dad at Gavilan Junior College in Gilroy, who were Canadian, and they had been drafted by the Calgary Stampeders. Well, when they were with the Calgary Stampeders, obviously they knew about me because of being in Gilroy at one time, going to the junior college, and then they were teammates of mine at San Jose State. Wow. They had high thoughts of me, and they recommended me to their American scout. They said, you need to look at this Garcia at San Jose State. And so that kind of put me on their radar. They had me on their negotiation list. They brought me and another rookie quarterback in to compete to be the third string quarterback, not even to be the starter. At the time, we had Doug Flutie, who was our starting quarterback, and we had another guy that was there that had been signed as a free agent, who had been in the league for 6 years and was a very athletic quarterback. had started a lot of games. So he had that experience. So I was going in to compete with another rookie to be the third string quarterback. That was my opportunity. And, you know, just like I tell kids today, if you're not ready for that opportunity, if you're not ready to strike when that opportunity presents itself,
right,
that opportunity is going to pass you by. We're not going to get as many opportunities in life that we want or that we hope for or that we work for. But when you do get an opportunity, you better be ready for it. And, you know, what happened with the 49ers, that was my situation in Calgary. I had one opportunity in a preseason game. I had one quarter to play. And it was in that one quarter that I proved to the staff, that I proved to the team, that I proved to the scout that I was the guy they needed to keep over the other rookie quarterback. And, you know, I mean, hey, I could have been one of those guys who messed up that opportunity. And next thing you know, I'm looking for a job that's outside of football. I mean, I was 23 years old. My life could have changed at that time and could have gone down a completely different path. But fortunately for me, I was ready. I struck, made the most of it. It caught their attention. They kept me. That first year, I didn't even see the field. It was in the second year I became the backup to Doug Flutie. He goes down midway through the season with an elbow injury. I step on the field, and people are wondering, well, what's going to happen now? We're losing our all-pro, all-CFL quarterback, future Hall of Famer in Doug Flutie. Now we got this Garcia kid from San Jose State. Who the heck is he? And I stepped on the field, and man, I didn't let up. I didn't relinquish that starting job. I took advantage of it. I led that team. We went 8-1 with me as a starter. We went all the way to the Grey Cup title that year. But because Doug Flutie came back in the playoffs, they gave him his job back. And so that was the situation. He left the next year to Toronto. I became the starter in Calgary. And, you know, again, I thought after my 5th year in Calgary, I may never get the opportunity to go to the NFL. We won the Grey Cup championship. I was the MVP. I had opened a Mexican food restaurant in Calgary called Garcia's Restaurante.
Wow.
And, you know, I bought a home. I thought, hey, if I'm going to be a lifer in the CFL, I'm going to make the most of it. And then next thing you know, things change. Bill Walsh gets back involved with the San Francisco 49ers on the management level. He leaves Stanford. He had coached against me when he was at Stanford and I was at San Jose State. And he had some positive things to say about me as a player. And he remembered me. And we had kept a relationship going during those years that I was in Calgary. And when he came back to the 49ers, he brought me in for a workout. Now, I had to prove that I was worthy of it and prove that I was ready to make that jump from the CFL to the NFL. But it really was because of Bill Walsh that I got that opportunity to work out for the San Francisco 49ers.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I remember all that. I mean, I followed your career pretty close as long as, you know, just being a lifetime 49er fan. I remember that they brought you in 99 and you came in to back up Steve Young. And then, you know, I'm sure you're wondering, like, man, I'm behind Steve Young, but this is my opportunity, right? So then in 99, 49ers, they play Arizona Cardinals Monday Night Football. I remember this game like it was yesterday. Steve Young does back the pass. Anedius Williams blitz. Lawrence Phillips misses the pickup on the blitz. Smacks Steve Young. Concussion. And at that time, we're just thinking, okay, he's hurt, whatever. But no one would have imagined that would have been Steve Young's last play ever. So then you come in, next man up. What's going through your mind at that moment? You come in, you got to replace Steve Young, Monday Night Football, when the lights shine the brightest.
Right. I know. And, you know, I didn't have a lot of reps in practice. I usually ran the scout team. Steve took all the offensive reps.
Mm-hmm.
All of my reps were mental reps outside of what I was able to do in the preseason. And so for me, it was really trying to keep things as simple as possible. I'm sure the coaching staff didn't want to overwhelm me with the entire package of plays that we went into the game with. We kept it real simple in that second half. I knew that, hey, we were a competitive team. We went into halftime with the lead. we just needed to do the right things in the second half to control the football and maintain the lead. And fortunately, I was able to do that. Now, going into San Francisco, I thought it was a great opportunity, just like what I had in Canada, to watch one of the all-time greats play the position, learn from him, grow from him, tap into his preparation, his knowledge, all the things, have a couple years knowing that Steve was probably toward the latter part of his career, have a couple years to watch and learn from a future Hall of Famer. And all of a sudden that changed. So I was learning under fire, learning a new system, having to, try to apply that onto the field in a game that was faster than what I had experienced in Canada. Not to say that Canada didn't have great athletes, they do, but with more space on the field, you get a little bit more room. Things don't happen quite as fast as they do in the NFL. And that was a major adjustment for me, is to adjust to the speed, to adjust to how quickly you got to be decisive, on point, on target. And I went through some growing pains in that first year, especially after my first start. Now, you take my first start and the way that went down, I thought, hey, this is easy. I'm gonna ball out with this team. And, fans especially are looking at the 49ers as a team that just was in the playoffs the year prior, had been to multiple Super Bowls within the past 5-6 years. And now the only difference is the quarterback position. They don't see the rest of the things that are going on with that team as far as the age of the team, how the team had gotten older, how they really hadn't maybe addressed certain issues through the draft. There were certain draft picks that turned out to not be worthy of being with the 49ers or worthy of the draft pick. And, that being said, it was a team in transition. And I was weathering that storm, trying to replace two Hall of Famers, Steve Young and Joe Montana, some very big shoes to fill.
Huge.
But knowing that I can't try to be Joe, I can't try to be Steve, I got to be myself. I have to run this system the way that I learn it, the way that I apply it. And I just needed reps. I needed repetition. And, after those first 5 starts, the Tennessee start, which was a great one, then it went a little bit downhill after that. I went through some struggles. I got benched. I came back onto the field after they decided that, hey, we aren't doing any better with the other quarterback. Let's try Garcia again. So I go back out on the field, and the outcomes weren't necessarily all that different as far as wins, losses, but our offense was a lot different. Our offense got better in those last 5 games. My decision-making was better. The touchdown to interception ratio, or the not making mistake ratio, was a lot better in my favor. I was starting to play the game more relaxed and not putting all of that burden on my shoulders to just make every play perfectly. You can't afford to play that way. And I found myself playing that way in those first 5 starts. And I found myself, whether it was indecisive on what I need to do in pulling the trigger, or a second too late, or just questioning myself on a play, those sort of things are going to harm you and they're not going to help you. And when I started to play more reactive, because I understood the system better, I understood how to get my players, my teammates involved, that's when our offense started to take off. The next year, 2000, again, we struggled to win football games, but I had a record-breaking year as far as yards were concerned. I had a Pro Bowl year. The next, 3 seasons, we were a lot more productive offensively, and we chipped away at getting back to the playoffs. We finally got back there in my 3rd season. We had a heck of a year, 12-4 in the regular season, but the Rams were rolling at the time. So unfortunately, we had to come in as a wild card and play on the road in our first playoff game, which was a tough loss in Green Bay. That being said, we had turned around the team, and we had a lot of additions through the draft, through free agency. We got younger again. We were really headed in a good, positive direction, and I thought that I was taking on the responsibility of playing the quarterback position like I needed to, like I should be doing so in following leaders and greatness like we had with Joe and Steve.
Yeah, I agree. It was a fun time. I remember being at Candlestick during those years, and I was also at the game that I'm gonna mention next, which is January 2003, which is one of your signature wins when you led the Niners to the second largest comeback in NFL history against the Giants. And you guys were down 38-14 third quarter, and you brought the team back. You guys came out firing 25 unanswered points, and you yourself, you took it on your back. Literally, you accounted for 4 total touchdowns, 331 yards passing, 3 touchdowns through the air, 60 yards rushing, and a rushing touchdown. So when you guys were coming in on that first drive, 38-14, you guys are down. Like, what's your mindset? Like, what's the vibe in the huddle? Like, did the offense believe they could pull it off? You probably did in your head, but how do you convince your teammates, like, we got time, we can still do this, the game isn't over?
Yeah, it was one of those games where I didn't feel like defensively they were dominating us. We just weren't finishing drives. We weren't doing the necessary things that we need to do as an offense to get the ball in the end zone. They were solid defensively, but that being said, I didn't think that they were a team that could stop us from moving the football. And once we went no huddle, 2-minute, up tempo, at the line of scrimmage, we started to find a rhythm. Now, multiple things had to happen. Our defense needed to come up with some stops, which they had struggled with for 2.5 quarters. They had struggled to stop the New York Giants from moving the ball down the field.
Right.
And the New York Giants had to take their foot off the gas, which they did. They started to play more conservatively, which played in the favor of our defense. It helped our defense out. We got some 3-and-outs. We got them to punt. We got some big plays in special teams. We had the roughing the punt receiver penalty that went in our favor. We had, obviously, they missed a field goal. They missed 2 field goals in the fourth quarter, which helped us. And there was a big dropped pass by Jeremy Shockey in the end zone that led to a field goal instead of a touchdown. If they go up 28 points instead of 24 points, is 4 touchdowns even possible? Well, the Denver Broncos showed it this past Sunday that anything's possible with time left in a game, right? But 4 touchdowns, obviously, much more than, hey, 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions is how we looked at bringing back the 24 points to at least tie the football game, right? And if we could get a score before the end of the third quarter, that just puts us down 2 scores with a lot of time left, with opportunities to get the ball back. And that's how we took it. I mean, I don't think there was any panic on the sideline. It was actually a calmness that was there on the sideline, but it wasn't a feeling of like hanging our heads. It wasn't a feeling like this is over. It wasn't a feeling like, man, we blew this opportunity. We fully believed that we could scratch and claw our way back in that game, but there definitely had to be some things that fell into our favor. And as we saw how it turned out, things did fall in our favor.
It sure did. I was at that game, and I remember everyone just like the energy in that stadium as you guys kept scoring and scoring. It was just like, we can do it. We could do it. And then next thing you know, like you said, everything fell in place and it happened. And it's like one of the greatest games I've ever been to. So
yeah, and one of the greatest that I've ever been a part of. And like you said, that energy in the stadium, I know for fans, it's a roller coaster ride of emotions because you have no control over what's going on the field. We as players, we can't be on that ride. We got to like just be here. Obviously, we play the game on emotion as well, but we can't be up, down, up, down, up, down. We got to just be at that one level, right? The fans, I mean, they were exhausted. I know my family who was all at the game, they were exhausted after the game because of all the waves of the ride, the roller coaster ride that they were on. But if I could bottle up that feeling at the end of the game, like just the energy, the fans, just the excitement, the exuberation, just the feeling of accomplishment. I mean, that game had it all, and I wish I could have that feeling with me whenever I needed it. You
It felt
know,
like our Super Bowl right there. It felt like we won it all right there. That win right there was just, like you said, it's unbelievable feeling. So you go through your career. So now, what is Jeff Garcia's life after football? What have you been up to?
Yeah, man, I've really stayed involved with my passion, which is football, man. I've known it my entire life. I grew up with a father as a coach, a grandfather as a coach, family members that were coaches.
In
It's
your
just
blood, yeah.
in my blood, you know. Currently, I coach at a high school down here in San Diego, Mira Mesa High School. I'm trying to help them out and, teach them not just how to be a better football player, but really just how to be a better man, how to be a man of the community, how to be someone who's a great teammate, who expects more out of themselves, who is driven to succeed. I have 4 kids that are teenagers. They all play sports. They're all involved. I have 2 girls, 2 boys. They're very active. They're all at that high school age. So I'm busy as a dad. Hey, just being involved with them, watching them, supporting them, Ubering them from practice to school to this experience to all over the place,
Keeps you young.
That being said, and I did some TV work in the past. I obviously did the 49er pre and post game show with NBC Sports Bay Area back in the day, which really brought me back around the 49er fans and the team. Because when I left, as much as that was a situation where, hey, I didn't want to leave, I didn't want to have to start up somewhere new, but that's the business. That's what happens in this game. You have to go through those experiences, unfortunately. And so I went to another location and I bounced around the league, and then, I was done, and I had relocated down to Southern California, and, having Bay Area family, Bay Area roots, finally I got back involved with the team and doing the pre and post game show. And really that brought me back around the fans, and I didn't know how they would react to me, because
the fans love you. The fans love you.
And you know what? They showed that, and I appreciated that, man. And it really was great to reconnect with them, to be able to be at the stadium at home games, to be on the field at the end of the game and just hear the fans call my name, and, seeing some 5 jerseys every now and then in the stands. I appreciated that as a local boy who really scratched and clawed. Showed that, hey, I was a blue collar guy. I was not handed anything on a silver platter. I had to work for it. I had to grind for it. I had to earn it. And then I had to show that I deserved it to maintain it, because there were guys nipping, scratching, and clawing, trying to take that spot from me. And I wasn't about to give that up, and that just was the mentality. And I feel like that mentality also exists in so many of these Niner fans, the faithful. And, I remember, seeing like the memes or, oh, hey, the 49er fans are the wine and cheese crowd. They're really not. They're the blue collar crowd, man. And hey, these are hardworking people that, hey, it means the world to them to be able to support their team. And hey, how you guys do it, I mean, the tailgating, the involvement of the fans and the people and everything that goes into that, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of financial responsibility. Those things just don't pop up for free.
Right.
And, but it shows how people care about the team, care about the energy that they bring to the stadium, and that they bring the life that you guys exude into the players by your support. I mean, it's awesome. Hey, I'm going to do a little shout out for the Houston group. I'm going to do a video for them, because I know, hey, the team's going to Houston this next week. There's a great Houston Empires in support of the 49ers out there in Houston. So there's one group that I had gone out and did an autograph signing for in Houston back a few years ago that I'm going to show some love and support for. But hey, I know those Niner fans are going to take over. It's going to be another takeover, just like they do in every other city.
That's what we do.
That's just, it's awesome to see that. I'll be in Phoenix. I'll be in Arizona for that takeover in about a month. So I'm looking forward to that.
So before we get out of here, I'm going to go on camera and I'm going to personally invite you whenever you can to come to our tailgate, take pictures with the faithful and autographs. This past weekend, we had William Floyd. So we're always looking for our 49er greats, and we love you. I've never met anyone that had a bad story about you. Everybody talks great things about you. So hopefully you can make it out to one of our tailgates. And I have a graphic that's coming up for before we get out of here. We have an event that you're going to do, a meet and greet with Jeff Garcia. It's Sunday, November 2nd from 1 to 3 p.m. Der Wolf, 72 North Fair Oaks Avenue in Pasadena, California. So if you live in that area, come out, say what's up to Jeff Garcia, get a picture, get an autograph. It's a family-friendly event. And come say to one of our 49er greats, Jeff Garcia, thank you so much for being a guest on our podcast. I know it was last minute, but this is a great interview, and we have a lot of people in the chat loving the interview. And I'm not even going to lie. When they gave Trey Lance that number 5, I felt some type of way because I'm like, man, you can't give Jeff Garcia the number of that guy. I don't care if he's a first rounder. Give him a number 6. I don't want him to wear number 5. That would just be it.
Unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to represent it like this number 5 did. So
hey, that was some big shoes to fill. I'm just saying.
Still keeping it alive.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
You got it, man.
All right.
All the best.
On to the next segment.
Oh.
All right.
Looking good.
Spotlight. All right. Today we are joined by we got the North Vegas president and VP, Susan and Gaston. How's it going?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
I don't know how we're gonna follow that interview with Jeff Garcia.
Right.
Let's get into it.
I'm gonna try real hard.
Right. Okay. So before we get into some questions, you did submit a video of one of your watch parties, so we're gonna take a look at that right now.
New Orleans, and it's not on TV. We will have it here, of course, though. So come check it out tomorrow. Next week, guys, New Orleans. Also, Wendell Tyler's still in the back there. Go see Mr. Tyler. If you got autographs, signing, go check him out.
All right, looks like a good time. So let's talk about. So you're one of our OG chapters. You've been around for a while. Kind of give us a history lesson. How long have you been a chapter?
Well, we started back in 09. We was together. We started with 3 of us actually started. It was me, Susan, and Blue. We started back in 09. We brought it to Vegas. We was at we were at Timbers.
The 3 of us, we were there for a couple years. And then, the Valley just got a little big. So in 2011, we split the chapters. They went south. We stayed north.
Yeah, we stayed
so we could cater. Yeah. So we could cater to the Valley.
Okay. Nice.
Sorry, I had a phone
All right.
call.
All right. So if I'm in Vegas, where can I come and join you guys for your watch party?
So we're at Joey's Tavern. We're on the northwest corner of Craig and Tenaya, or Craig and 95. 8027. Sorry. 8027 West Craig Road. Or 7081 West Craig Road. I'm sorry. 7081 West Craig Road. We've actually been at Joey's Tavern for 11, 12 years.
More than 12 years we've been there.
Same location.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say, so all the guests that we have on the show for Chapter Spotlight, they've only been at their location for a couple years. So that was very interesting to me that you've been at the same spot for 11, 12 years. That's amazing to have that kind of relationship with, with that business to keep you out for so long. So that's good to know.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was rough few years, up and downs, but every chapter had to go through it,
Right.
We had the bad seasons, up and down, good seasons.
Yep.
So, we kept it together as a family. So
that's right.
That's what we have to do.
All right. So almost halfway into the season, does your chapter do any group travel for games? Do you have anything planned for this year, or have you already done group travel for a 49er game yet?
Well, half our people have traveled. We've had quite a few people. We usually send people to the games, or they go to the games and represent us. We have quite a few people coming out to Houston. We also have our own little hit squad member, of course. Shout out to Deegan, Derek, my little stepchild. So he will be out there also running a few things. But we've got people going. We've had people go to Seattle. Where else? There was a couple more that people went out to.
It's kind of hard.
We have people going out to bars too, and they represent us. They just, if they happen to be in that town, they just go out and represent us.
Okay. Yeah. So for away games, it sounds like North Vegas is well represented. Okay. So we talk about our Niner Empire chapters being involved in the community. Whether it's charities or any other community events. Is there a particular organization or charity that you participate in?
So there is. So for the last, and it's probably been 10 years, we've done KLUC Toy Drive. Now, the one that runs that is a Seattle fan, major Seattle fan. So every year, for I think probably most of the years, we've got to go out and talk a lot of smack because we beat them every time we went to go to the toy drive. And he looked forward to it every single year, and it gets bigger and better. And we show up with a bunch of bikes for the kids, and it's just a sea of bikes. And we usually have a family chapter come out from California that joins us for that now. It's just a good time. We do that. We do we feed the homeless. We also have a fund for some of our members if they're in need that we can put away. And all of this really stems from our raffles that we do at halftime.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Last question I have for you today. So what, at your watch parties, what is the vibe like? Why do people keep coming back to your watch parties?
Family. First thing we tell them when they come in, you're part of this family, and that's it. We know it's big time. It's all family. That's our main thing we preach is family. We learned it from Joe. We know it ain't nothing going to change about that at all.
Yeah, we haven't changed anything through the years. Our raffles have stayed the same no matter what we're raffling. If it's a full-size helmet, wrestling, something simple, it's bar. 7 tickets for $5, no matter what. 7 tickets for $5.
That's what people like.
Yeah, they like it. They get a little upset if we don't have a halftime raffle. We just haven't changed anything. And everything we raffle goes right back to the raffles, or I'm going to say it again, maybe a pop-up barbecue that we might host for 200 people, and we don't want you to bring nothing, just yourself. And yeah, we are kind of known for the fish.
The fried fish. As everybody known.
The fried fish.
We do the fried fish.
Okay. Is that a off-season event?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's one rumor I've heard about North Vegas is you guys have the best raffles of any Niner Empire chapter.
Nah, I mean we do it for our people, our families, so that's it.
Yeah, we've never charged.
We don't look at that.
We don't. Yeah, it's just a family thing. If you help us out, people ask us all the time, how do we become part of your chapter? Show up. Just show up. Just show up. That's it. Just show up. It's weird seeing people come into our bar with like suitcases where they've looked us up on Google and they just show up in the bar with suitcases and we're like, yeah, from the airport to us or to us to the airport.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Okay. All right. That's all I have. Susan Gaston, thank you for joining us again. Good luck to you and your chapter the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Remember, it's family. All family out here.
That's right.
That's right. Our home is your home. Come see us.
Thank you. All right. We'll
Thank
take
you.
it to the next segment. Have a good day.
Raffle time.
Let's go.
Hi again, everyone.
I do gotta say they got the best fried fish.
They do. They so do. I'm over there with
you.
the hot
If you've never been to North Vegas's barbecue every other year, you're doing yourself a disservice. I need y'all to come out to North Vegas. When you see them post the off-season barbecue, don't say I didn't tell you. You better go to that. That's all I'm saying.
You know, before you guys do the raffle too, you guys got to understand Gaston is a true warrior. That dude's been some health issues, and that guy kicks its ass all the time. And to see them every year and how they continue to grow year after year, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And it just amazes me, and seeing their video and everything. Like, I've been up there a few times for barbecues or whatever, but it's pretty badass just to see them bringing everybody together week after week after week. And that's what chapters are all about.
Absolutely. So
Yeah,
what is our raffle items for tonight?
Man, I got, what should we do? 2 NWA t-shirts? How about that? Y'all want that?
Niner with attitude t-shirts. Let's get it. Paulina, you can spin the wheel.
Hey, make sure you guys, Avery, make sure they email me the winners.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You guys got to email info@ninerempire.com to claim your prize, or you don't get it.
All right, Sergio Veloz. I think I pronounced his last name up. Don't get mad at me,
Sergio
Sergio.
Veloz. Yeah.
Veloz. I said it right. There you go, Sergio. You are the winner of a NWA Niners with Attitude t-shirt. Congratulations. Said
It's
2,
Yemen.
right?
Yeah,
One more.
do one more.
Remember, you got to claim your prize. info@ninerempire.com. Paulina, let's spin the wheel.
TJ Big Mel, what's up? I see him in the chat. I haven't been in the chat too much, but I see y'all.
And our second. Whoa, wait a minute. We can't have Sergio win twice. Can't we got to spin it again, or he wins twice?
I say spin it again. He got one.
All right, spin it again.
Yeah, this thing is hacked.
Sergio.
If it says Sergio again, it's hacked.
Carolyn Williams, congratulations. You are the proud winner of the NWA Niners with Attitude t-shirt. Remember to claim your prize. Go to info@ninerempire.com.
Yeah.
All right. Next segment. Final thoughts, right?
Let's
What
go.
we're going to do while we're here.
Niner Empire. That's our show. Remember, before we get out of here, that was a great show, man.
Great
Shout out
show.
to Jeff Garcia. I mean, Houston's going to be off the hook this weekend. So before we get out of here, I got to let y'all know to watch our affiliate, Niner Empire Family Whistle Gang podcast with Fur, P-Man, and Monty every Monday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And, of course, immediately following the game, after every game, you got my man right here, Avery, a.k.a. DJ Hype Man 49 with the official Hype Man on the Niner Empire with the Hypecast 1 hour after every game. We'd like to thank our guests once again, special guest Jeff Garcia, Gaston and Susan, president and vice president of North Vegas Faithful. That's our family right there. All our Houston chapters. Our newest chapter in Houston, Ron and Juan, Straight Business, H-Town, Katina, Real Niners of Houston, Ruben, Houston Niner Empire. Shout out to our sponsors, Go Bar Whiskey, ShotSticks.com, Niners with Attitude.com. And if you're interested in becoming a sponsor of the Niner Empire podcast, info@ninerempire.com. If you're out of town and you're looking to party and watch the game with your fellow faithfuls, be sure to go to ninerempire.com/chapters. If you're looking to become a chapter, same thing. Go to ninerempire.com, start a chapter, and we will look at that application, and hopefully you can join the family. Thank y'all all for watching. That's show number 8, man. Shout out, standing off for Joe, for Jamil, Naomi, and Avery, our producers behind the scene, Brian and Paulina. I'm DJ Juice signing off. I'll see y'all in Heuston. Go Niners.
Go Niners. H-Town, we on the way.
Y'all know the empire's on fire. I heard slow feet, don't eat, so I compete. Niner gang, turned up, we hard to beat. Give me the rock, keep watching the score sheet. Niner Empire, we on